What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Hold On Court. Wait. I'm going to pull a hard stop here. Do we have
Breaking news?
No. Do we have the right programs running? Do we have
We don't have Audacity open.
Wow.
Backup. You know, me and my new friend Garrett Bland did a review of a PlayStation game just recently that was on PC. I had Audacity running, and his did not record.
Well,
so
there
you will not be getting a review of Sackboy that was done.
Too bad. But welcome back to the PlayStation Drive. My name's Matt. I'll be your driver for this wonderful evening's events. This is episode 79. I'm joined as always by the Supreme Court of Canada himself, Mr. Court Lalonde. What's up, dude?
Hey, what's up?
It's good to see you, buddy.
I am festive, Lachlan. Yeah, I'm very festive. Matt is like Johnny Cash.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Who's that? No, I'm just kidding.
What?
I'm just kidding. I just wanted to see your
reaction.
I
didn't think you were. I didn't.
I just wanted to see your reaction. On this week's show, we're going to be talking about a whole bunch of stuff, including, is Naughty Dog teasing something? We have the crucial PlayStation Stars update for December 2022. Monster Hunter, Neon White, Sonic Frontiers. There's a whole bunch of stuff, so strap in and get ready. But before we do all of that, we have to make sure we clean the old little garage.
Should we buckle in? Since we're a car, we buckle in? I just helped you there.
Strap?
Buckle. Nope, buckle.
Strap.
Nope.
Buckle your straps. Strap your buckles on this fine Thursday.
You're just strapping in. That's not in a car. Sorry for like derailing everything here.
What does strapping in mean? I always just thought it was like strap in.
A belt. It is a belt that has a buckle on it. There is no strap.
These cars.
Strap.
Listen,
no.
This is a Flintstones car if I ever saw one. Okay, so get the soles of your feet ready for this wonderful adventure. If you're listening to us on your podcast network of choice, make sure you please hit us with those 5 stars. Get us with those follows. We got our Spotify Wrapped, and we're doing well on follows. We got like 30%. I know there's more of you. There's 70% of you out there. Hop on over, follow, like, subscribe, hit us with those 5-star reviews. We appreciate all of you very, very much. If you're watching us live on youtube.com/Carpool Gaming right now, make sure you like, subscribe, share, hit us with those wonderful comments. We like to hear from you, so let us know about some of your PlayStation holiday wishes, because that'll be on today's show too. And if you have a couple extra bucks to toss our way to tip yo drivers, head over to patreon.com/Carpool Gaming. Toss the bucks in, out comes a cacophony of content for you to peruse, and especially on this month of December, you might get some cool bonus extras if you subscribe over to Patreon. So make sure you hop over there, and there's a lots and lots of content if you subscribe at any level. So go on over there and check that out, because there's wonderful things to be found and listened to. But without further ado, we need to talk about the things that we have been. We need to do a PlayStation Drive Wrapped. It's the year 2022. You listen to a bunch of stuff. You listen to us. We appreciate you listening to us. Thank you very much for all the love and support that you've given us in the year 2022, and we hope you continue to give us that in 2023. But Court, we need to hear about your last week Wrapped. What have you been playing?
What have I been playing? Okay, so Jesus, I've been playing too much again. I guess my list has to involve my daughter, because like she takes over my consoles, so people can see that she's playing. So she's been playing LOL Girls and Bratz, and her and I both have been playing Sonic Frontiers together.
Yes,
but a lot of that has been her, and the issue is anytime I'm doing something, like I'm working or whatever, and she's sitting here playing Sonic, and then she's like, "Oh, can you?" Because the bosses are a little bit difficult for her, right?
They are
these giant robot things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what she's done. So I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. It's a lot of open world and not a lot there, but it's still fun.
It is.
If that makes any sense, it's still fun. So I've been playing Sonic. I've been playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm just trying to finish up the new DLC so that I can do the end game stuff. The end game all dropped today. So they dropped more missions for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which I can't believe I can even say that, considering how much I've almost put 200 hours into this game, and it's still going.
Is this the final content drop? Are they ending it after this?
This is the final content drop. This is the everything. There's no more coming. So I just want to finish up the Ragnarok DLC. I've actually killed all the people from the Order, so I can actually go do this after the
1886?
No, but I've also been playing NHL, but that's just a regular thing. I know it's a lot, but it really isn't because I'm only playing like bits and pieces, and I'm still playing Ghostbusters. Oh my god, that is a lot.
That's okay. You're keeping busy. That's awesome. So I have to ask because I finished Sonic Frontiers. I enjoyed it for what it was. I think the biggest tip that I can give you, dude, if you're looking for some easy progression, because it is very similar all the way through, and I only figured this out way too late in the last world. Find the fishing shrine. You'll get transported to do some fishing. Okay, in that fishing area, if you catch a bunch of fish, you get so many points that you can just start buying what you need to progress. You can like buy the gears that you need to unlock the shrines. You can buy extra stuff to help you get further on. Exactly. So
Oh.
you can get that stuff from over, but for the overworld, I got to the point where I was like, they're asking me for so much. I literally just fished for half an hour, and that gave me all the money I needed to buy literally the entire progression through the last area because I was like, I just want to finish it. Like, I enjoyed it for what it was. I'm done now. And I did that. And again, like, that would be my little helpful tip, and that I didn't figure out until way too late. Because if your daughter just wants to run around and have fun, just go fishing for her for like 25 minutes. She could even do it. The fishing is really, really simple. And then just buy all the progression stuff, and she could do whatever she wants in whatever order and just continue on.
She just likes jumping and going on the ramps and then pressing square, going back. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not kidding you. I'll probably never care whether I finish this game or not,
Yeah, yeah.
but she is having a great time with it. So I just like, she gets up in the morning and she's like, comes in the office and she's like, okay. She'll either LOL, she plays on the Switch, and then she's like, you know what? No, I'm gonna feel like playing Sonic today. Or she's like, it's crazy. Or she wants to play Spider-Man. Like, she's still playing Spider-Man on the
Nice.
PS5.
Yes, she
It's
is.
weird.
Had a girl. Yeah, no, I like Sonic Frontiers. I actually did quite enjoy it. I thought it was a lot of fun. Very broken, very janky, but that like you're constantly engaged in that game. Like you said, the world is pretty empty, but for the amount of things that you like, oh, there's another bounce pad, and now you're like 3/4 across the map by accident just because you keep shooting off from one thing to the other. It's fun. I enjoyed it for what it was. I've also been playing Soccer Story. Lachlan and I did a review on that. I played that on Steam Deck. It's available on PlayStation. If you're curious about our thoughts, hop over to the review and check that out. Her and I talked for about 20 minutes. Sparks Notes, it's all right. Wasn't the biggest fan. I thought it was just okay. And then I've also been playing Pentiment. I'm like 2 or 3 hours away from finishing. I love it, dude. I love it.
You know what? That makes total sense to me.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
I've been like, my character is like this smarmy know-it-all who just tries to gallivant around and like play down religion at every aspect. It's just, he's a mess of a character, and I love him.
Can I ask you one question about
Yeah.
it? The noise of the scribble.
I got used to it.
Okay, it's like nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah, I got used to it. It in the last act, that gets replaced with another sound that is far worse.
It's just I guess like I totally get you liking it. I totally get Ryan liking it. And I like it's kind of funny. I said to you, I'm pretty sure you're gonna like this game.
Mhm.
This is right up your alley. I just when someone says to me, like I played almost 3 hours of this game, and Ryan was like, just give it one more hour. And I'm like, oh my God, like I don't have that much time in the day. Like the reason I play NHL, because that's just 20 minutes.
Mhm.
That's literally 20 minutes out of my time, and I get that endorphin. Like I played hockey, I'm good to go. No, I don't know, man.
That's
I
fine.
appreciate I'm glad that you like it, but
Mhm.
you once again, I said you would. You like, JRPGs that are, make me go through downtown Japan for like 7 hours and this school thing,
Mhm.
and then,
Yep.
Persona, and then I'm like, and I'm being told, no, you have to play 14 hours before it gets good. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
commit to it. And it is a book. It is a book, but I love it for what it is. Also been playing Pokemon. That broken janky mess. My wife and I got incredibly sick last week. We were stuck in bed for like almost a week straight. Picked up Pokemon right before we got sick. It's her first Pokemon, and we dove into that hard. Really liking it. It is a mess. It should never have been released in what it is, in the state that it's in. But good Lord, is that game still fun? Even in its messy nature, we're still having a blast together, and seeing her engage and being like, hold on, what's Water Week 2 again? And I'm like, yes, babe, that's the energy I want. Let's keep that train going.
What is it compare like? Because my daughter really likes Let's Go, so she has Let's Go Eevee, and that's still a Pokemon game that she plays.
Mhm.
She's almost finished it. Like She's done very far in that game.
Mhm.
I got her sword. Someone was selling on Facebook Marketplace. She didn't like it.
It's more sword than it is Let's Go.
Okay.
And it's
She
even
likes
it's even
she
more
likes Let's
so.
Go.
It's even more so.
Okay.
But
What's a no for Christmas?
but this mart is part of the problem. And then I think that's all I've been playing. I'm kind of like I'm very very excited for Midnight Suns tomorrow. I absolutely cannot wait. I know you've
Good
been excited.
reviews. Hey,
Dude,
good reviews
great
for it.
reviews.
Yeah.
Fantastic reviews. Let's bring Nagachaka into the car right now real quick because his question is about Marvel's Midnight Suns, and his question
I'm
says,
going to be in his car this weekend. How about that?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Fourth wall break. Nagachaka over on the Discord asked, which is by the way free to join, and you're welcome to so in the show notes. With Marvel's Midnight Suns scoring an 83 on Open Critic, will you guys be checking this game out on day one? Yes, 100%. This game has been a day one for me for a long time, and just the vindication I felt, Court, when this thing reviewed well, I was just like, I was telling everybody, I was shouting it from the rooftops when this game was announced that it's going to be good. And everybody's like, no, it's a card battler. No, blah, blah, blah. Booyah! This game looks awesome. I can't wait. I want to get to know characters. I want to see Blade do yoga.
That was some fierce snapping.
I want to see Blade do yoga. I want to go and throw some things with Wolverine. I want to hang out with Spider-Man. I'm all in. I can't wait. Is this at all in your realm of interest? Vindicated dashboard confessional, exactly. I am
that is it. Please don't. I've seen them live 4 times. That's not how they sound. Please stop.
It's pretty much exactly how they sound.
Nope. But not a chance. Like, I've tried XCOM. I've tried those type of games. I could have got a code for. I'm not looking at the chat. I'm not. Sorry, Sean. It's not going to happen. I don't even have it up on any screen. I could have got a code for Mario Rabbids, and I didn't want it. That's not my stuff. It's not my stuff. He can say what he wants, or whoever's doing it.
It was actually Lockleth just broke me that said Mart and Court both are places you can go to, and also these two people. Lockleth, A+, great job.
That was very good.
I appreciate why it's not a game for you. I just
know it isn't.
Yeah. I was going to pick it up on PlayStation, but I think I'm going to be getting it on Steam Deck now just to have it on the go. Apparently it runs well, so I'm amped. I'm excited. I can't wait.
So are you going to do this will be Sean's dream, what I'm about to say. Are you going to just do a Steam Deck podcast?
I mean, Garrett just got one. Listen, what happens in the new year stays in the new year.
How about this?
How about
for me, to make me feel better?
Yeah.
Not a podcast.
Not a podcast.
A YouTube show that you only have to do once a month, and you review Steam Deck games. You just talk about the Steam Deck, but you only do it once a month. Not all the time. Just once a month.
So
YouTube only.
It would be almost like a collection of people around mics having a conversation.
Nope. There's only 2 of you. There's no more other people. And there's video clips, and it's edited, and it looks beautiful, and it's for YouTube only. But anyways, I digress. That is a different conversation.
That will have
it is
in the future.
Yeah.
In the future. And I can do this now, Court, understanding it.
Hey, question for you. There you go. Wait,
yeah.
bro. Well done.
There you go.
Did you get anything on Black Friday? So I got Sonic Frontiers. I got this bad boy here, a 1 terabyte. The WD.
Is that what you would call a Johnny Cash?
Yeah, I guess that's not a bad name. I like that. It's
Booyah!
It's so tiny. I didn't realize how tiny it would be. And once again, taking the covers off my PlayStation shouldn't feel like I'm going to break it every time.
Just do it, dude. Rip her off.
Use
that big old Courtney strength.
The way they did this, it's easy to come off, but you think you're going to break it.
Yeah, you do. Every time.
And I bought another game. I bought Saints Row, which is still in the package, and I bought Mario Odyssey finally.
There you go. I ended up picking up a purple DualSense. I caved. Really wanted it. The price was right, and I caved and I bought it. I don't have mine here with me, but the other day I was on the elliptical with my Steam Deck and then using the purple DualSense to play Pentiment on Game Pass. So I just kind of broke every sort of crossover potential. I picked that up, and then I also picked up Battlefield 2042. A friend of mine and I have played like every Battlefield together.
Isn't that free?
On Game Pass, yes, but I got it on PlayStation. He has a PS5, so I picked it up on PS5. It was $20 at Walmart.
EA right now is like, got him.
Yeah, right. And like we used to, like, we would play like Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1 for hours. We were like top of the charts together. We're like 1 and 2s. So now apparently the game is good. I was like, you know what? Let's it's time to jump in and get, for $20 I'll pick it up and play it with him. So I'm excited to get into that.
Apparently, Matt is wrong. Continue.
Who's Matt? I am Mark.
Sorry. Yes, apparently Mart is wrong.
Thank
because you just said apparently the game is good. Apparently you were wrong.
I said apparently. Apparently it's now good. So that's the stuff that I picked up. But let's keep this train rolling, dude, because we have some news that we need to talk about.
We have way too many puns. Yeah. You know what? Sean, you're gonna get mad here. We should just change the name altogether and get rid of all car puns.
Yeah, then we can just be the car pun gaming, and we'll be the PlayStation pun, the pun station, carousel,
the PlayStation Stars podcast.
Now we are talking. As long as if we can do PlayStation Stars podcast and then in brackets the Blue Box conspiracy, we're done. That's all we need is those two topics to talk about. But
punk band name.
That's it. There we go. But PlayStation at the disco. Nah? Nah?
I really like that.
Right?
I do like it. I like it.
It's not bad. Let's hop into some breaking news because we have a bunch to talk about. And I'm going to start with what is the most important news story in the last month, Court. I'm going to pull directly from the PlayStation blog, and I apologize, everybody, if I get emotional talking about this. It's just something that's very important to me. PlayStation Stars update for December 2022. Okay. We have some new campaign highlights. There's a PlayStation Plus Play for Points where if you buy one of the PlayStation Plus monthly games in the month of December, all you need to do is play the games. You'll get 50 points. Yeah. If you get into character, you get points where you need to play online multiplayer in It Takes Two, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, Destiny 2, Diablo 3, Divinity, Original Sin 2, or Way Out. You'll get something there too.
Can we agree that if they're gonna make these games that you have to play, that these games should be on PlayStation Plus, the service that
you would think that they
would, yeah, no, okay,
or even if you got something a little bit more than a digital collectible for spending 80, 90 Canadian dollars.
No, it's not a digital collectible. They're not calling it that. It's
PFT
thing.
There's a December check-in campaign, obviously, which gets you another digital collectible. For the 7 people out there that bought Wonder Book, if you own one, you'll get a Wonder Book PlayStation Stars.
How? That doesn't even make any sense.
And then for all PlayStation Stars members, there's another Fight of the Month Club campaign. If you play, here we go, Under Night and Birth, Grand Blue Fantasy versus Street Fighter 5, Ultimate Marvel's Capcom 3, Mortal Kombat 11, and Tekken 7.
Oh, you can play God of War. God of War Ragnarok is 50 points. Just play it.
Perfect. There you go. Yeah.
Sonic Frontiers as well.
There you go. That's money in the bank. That's stars waiting to be collected on the PlayStation Stars update for December 2022. Court, when I look back on things to be thankful for in this past calendar year, this is definitely, yeah. Anything to comment?
No, I still think that it was an NFT thing, and then they realized it would be bad press, and they pivoted, and now this is what we have.
I don't doubt that for a second. Not for a second. Let's move on to our next story. Once again, coming from the PlayStation blog, we have our essential games for the month of December. We are getting the Mass Effect Legendary Edition on PS4. We're getting Divine Knockout, both PS5 and PS4. And we are getting Biomutant on PS5 and PS4.
It's a good game to be on a service like this, but it's not that good if you bought it and you feel bad that you bought it.
Court, how's this month? How's December's essential tier?
Honestly, like I said, I think Biomutant is the perfect type of game to go on a service like this, where it's like, hey, I can jump in. I don't feel guilty for playing it, and it's value. It's a fun game. It's just the story is a bit meh. It's a great concept, just under-delivered, but Mass Effect is unbelievable.
Right.
Like, I bought that day and date when it re-released. I finished it. Oh, so good. Some of the best games ever. And I like the ending in Mass Effect 3. You can all suck it, okay?
Yeah. Court just threw that Santa hat down. I think this is a really great month. Mass Effect is obviously a massive get for PlayStation Plus subscribers. This is like, that's 3 games rolled in right there. I need to go back to it because I picked it up on day 1 as well. This is my first time through the trilogy. I finished 1 and I got partway into 2 when I got distracted by something else. And after maybe after Crisis Core, I'll hop back in over the holidays and continue, or probably restart my playthrough of 2 because I don't remember much anymore.
Dude, it's honestly, I might just play through again. Here, I'll play through 3 and you play through 2.
Okay. And then
I got it again on Xbox. That's what I played it on the last time.
There you go. Oof. I agree with you. I think Biomutant is a perfect game here for PlayStation Plus. Some people really, really like this game, and some people are very meh about it. So, like, I'm curious to hop in and check it out.
Supposedly, it's been fixed. Like, I played it, I reviewed it. I got a review code from Terminals way back in the day, and I reviewed the game, and it was just, I don't know, it was kind of messy.
Yeah,
it was very messy. And I thought there was a lot of cool concepts. Like, when I first saw the trailers, I was all excited about this game.
Mm-hmm.
The little ninja weird thing. There's
ninja rat
nothing
thing.
to call it. No, it's not a rat thing. It's like a squirrel that got beat up by a raccoon that got its legs. It's a weird mutant. But it is what it is. I'm not looking at the chat.
No, I'm laughing at what you said. I'm laughing at the description of what this whatever animal is.
Well, it's like, trust me, you'll see it. You can either be fat, skinny. It's like, remember ice hockey that was on the Nintendo? You're that character. You can only be fat, skinny, or medium, and you're then this thing. And I can't even call it. It's not. Rocket is more of a raccoon than this is.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like a gerbil.
Gerbils. I'm excited.
Ninja gerbil.
Ninja gerbils.
There you go.
I'm excited to check it out. And then Divine Knockout launches directly into PlayStation Plus. This is like a whole new. I think it's like a fighter, like a 3v3 arcade kind of fighter. Or I don't know. I'm curious to check it out, but I don't know how much playtime it's going to get out of me. Like I'll give it a whirl. Why not? I think this is a great month though. I think this is a really, really solid month to end the year out. And I
still think Nintendo. I mean, wow, Jesus, brain. I still think PlayStation should get rid of the PlayStation Plus, like the 3 games, and just go with the service and say, here's the service, like your tiers.
Mm-hmm.
And Xbox should get rid of games with gold and just have it just give me new games coming to the service and get rid of this 3-tier weird combination of garbage and just
we're about to talk about some newly revealed games, which honestly, again, I feels like there should be slam dunks for PlayStation Plus. Let's start with this one coming from the PlayStation blog once again, written by Ben Esposito. Neon White is coming to PS4 and PS5 on December 13th. It is a lightning fast single-player first-person action game where you exterminate demons beyond the pearly gates of heaven. Like I said, this will be launching on December 13th. I played this earlier this year on Steam Deck, and it is one of my games of the year.
Oh, really? Eh?
Absolutely. I love this game. I'll go so far as to say some of the most brilliant level design I've seen in any game in years.
What's comparable?
It's Ghost Runner.
Oh, I like that game. Believe it or not.
It's the point of Neon White is you're trying to get through the levels as fast as possible, and as you're
like a Hotline Miami type thing.
Kind of, but like it's first person, and it's actually very beautiful. The art style is great. You're flying through these levels, and like as you're flying through them, you pick up basically ammo in the form of cards. So you'll pick up a card that's a shotgun. You can use it as a shotgun, or you can use it to like basically like meteor through the air, kind of like to fly through like a pane like a pane of glass. And it's basically trying to figure out, do I use this card for the weapon or do I use this card for the movement? Because each card you can use for either one. And no, dude,
cards.
It's really good though, dude. Like it's not it's not a deck builder. It's at all.
Okay.
It's just literally each level you get these cards, you use them as you play. You can't like save them or like strategize. One of my games of the year for sure. It's absolutely fantastic. If anybody hasn't checked it out yet because it hasn't been on PlayStation, heavily recommend it. This to me would have been such a great PlayStation Plus game.
And if it was an Xbox, Xbox would have had it in Game Pass. It's just, you know what? I saw an article just recently. I thought it was on VJC, I think, I think it was there, and they were talking how everything that's happening with this whole Activision Blizzard thing should almost be teaching PlayStation on how to do their service.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, hey, Xbox is like, we don't care. Like, you can have it on your thing, but we just want it on our service.
Yep.
Like, that's like the whole thing. Like, you can have it forever. We just want it on the service. And PlayStation is still on the here's our 3 games that have been out for a while, but here's our first party. And I get the first party, but like these little indie games, I shouldn't call them little indie. These double A indies, these are what Game Pass builds a library on, and PlayStation
Yes.
should be doing the exact same thing.
Especially when they're getting it here. It's like this game is one that reviewed really well. There was a lot of positive buzz about it when it came out back in June, I want to say. Like it's a critically acclaimed game that could have been an easy slam dunk for them to get it on the service to tie the year out. Maybe they tried, it didn't go or whatever, but
because spoiler alert, Xbox literally ate their lunch today in the news.
exactly, which is the next story we're going to roll into, which again is just a bit of a head scratcher. It's awesome, but coming from the PlayStation blog, once again, written by Joseph Bustos. Monster Hunter Rise hits PS5 and PS4 on January 20th, 2023. It's going to have some new content along with a whole bunch of other stuff added. Get stoked. Monster Hunter Rise, I played it back on the Switch. It's a fantastic game. It's really, really good. But again, it's coming to Game Pass day one. How? Like, what?
Well, not how. It's
okay, not how, but
we were talking about this because remember, PlayStation Plus had a last couple good months. We're like, wow, look, they're putting some pretty decent games. Once again, no day and dates. The only day and date I believe so far has been Stray.
As far as I can think about, I
Yeah,
think
it's
you're
the
right.
only day and date.
It's well, listen, it's the only game that people have cared about being day and date. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, and if it wins Game of the Year, I think it might be sick. But it's just, I can't fathom the mindset that they keep continuing to like. Xbox keeps having this continued mindset of, hey, we're trying to sell this service. And I say it over and over again. I'm like, Game Pass, everybody's like, well, PlayStation. I'm like, they have the best first party games. 100%. Best first party games are on PlayStation. But PlayStation could literally not have to worry about Call of Duty and cry every 2 seconds about it and literally start putting stuff on their service. They're making a boatload of money over here with God of War selling like hotcakes. Get some games on your service day and date, especially at this time of the year when here in Canada, I can go to the store right now and go buy a PlayStation. I was at Walmart earlier today. There was a PlayStation, 2 PlayStations in there, God of War ones, and an Xbox Series X. They're there now. You want people to buy these things for Christmas. And we are so inundated now with services like Netflix and Disney Plus, and that is becoming the norm.
Yep.
To look at what was in the news the other day, Spotify, that is a service people pay for. And people kept going like, look at all this really bad music I listen to and showing it off to everybody. But like, that's what we're all into is these services, and we see value in them. And PlayStation's like, hey, I have this service, but I just never talk about it. And there is value in it, but they just never talk about it.
Especially because part of these services are almost now the social aspect of them as well. You bring up Spotify with the Wrapped is fantastic. They all you saw for a day or two was Spotify Wrapped. There was a whole lead up to it. And like PlayStation has done that kind of thing in the past, but again, like to build it into the actual network, to have these conversations, to have these huge things every time there's a Game Pass drop, people are excited because again, all you're ever seeing is here's what's coming to Game Pass. I can't even tell you the last time I saw a Games with Goals post. I know they exist, but the Game Pass.
No, they're bad. It's embarrassing when they do them.
Yeah. I know that they're there, but the focus is here is Game Pass. Game Pass has its own, has its own accounts. Here is the messaging, and people get excited. People are celebrating it multiple times throughout the month whenever we get news of the drops. Essential is cool. Essential is fine, but Essential's old news. It's what we've had for the last number of years. It should be
PlayStation Plus.
It should be a big deal when we find out about these things. But again, all we're getting are games that people have already played elsewhere, which is not an issue for people who haven't experienced these games before, but you're not getting the same buzz, the same word of mouth, the same excitement around PlayStation Plus in its current iteration. So I think
especially this month, you're getting how many games on Game Pass that are day and date? It was just like when we watched that State of Play, and our biggest letdown was they didn't mention PlayStation Plus once. Like, we thought it was gonna happen, right? We
Yep.
thought we were gonna get that thing because everybody walked away from the Xbox conference. I was there and I was just like, "Oh my god, everything was Game Pass."
Yep.
Every single game I saw today, I was like, "Oh my god, it's on the service. It's on the service, on the service." PlayStation had that opportunity and they were like, "Eh."
Yep.
Like, if at the Game Awards, they don't announce factions and don't say it's on PlayStation Plus for everybody, I think I'm gonna be angry.
I think I think they put this out there to be like, all right, you wanted Game Pass on PlayStation, here you go, here, have it. I'm just so curious as to see, as we go into the first proper new calendar year with this existing, how much weight are they going to throw behind it? Because we started to see it, and like I think it was back in like March when Shadow Warrior 3 launched directly onto PlayStation Now at the time. And again, we saw it with Stray. It's like they're doing it to being like, all right, here's your game. Like, this is what I know. We know this is what Game Pass is, but here's your game. But we're not getting the value part of it for it to make sense, being like, again, Neon White, Monster Hunter Rise, like Cult of the Lamb, like even Little Devil Inside. Do we know if that's coming to PlayStation Plus day and date? And again, these are games that like you should be with this messaging. You should be communicating this. You should be going to these third-party developers and these indies and not just saying we want your console exclusivity. Put the money out there to get these on the platform so that the platform and the service can be celebrated. And guess what? Even if you're not putting your God of War Ragnaroks on their day and date, if people can say, "Oh, Neon White is coming this month," hell yeah, I'm gonna play that day. I'm gonna play that right when it comes out. You need to be on the service. You need to be.
It needed to be a thing that people talk about. People talk
Yes.
about when they mention Xbox, they mention Game Pass.
Yep.
When they mention PlayStation, they mention first parties.
People don't.
They mention God of War, they mention
Yep.
Horizon. That's what they do. They mention those. PlayStation has a very good service in PlayStation Plus. In
Mm-hmm.
fact, it launched better than Xbox Game Pass did.
Mm-hmm.
And they had very good messaging for like 2 months.
Yep.
And then it just died. And I don't know, it was just like they're like, "Meh."
And that's what I mean. Like I'm hoping that this is something that gets resolved in 2023. I'm hoping that, a year from now when we're looking back on this conversation, we'll be like, yeah, you know what? They did it. They did it. They figured it out. I hope
Did they?
I hope so. I hope so, Court. Let's touch on one last news story before we talk about some of our PlayStation wishes of ourselves and the community. Coming from IGN, written by George Yang. Sonic Frontiers 2023 roadmap has been revealed, adds new playable characters and story. Sega has revealed the 2023 content roadmap for Sonic Frontiers. The game will receive 3 updates throughout the year, including a new playable character and story. In the roadmap, Sega revealed the first update will be a jukebox feature where you can listen to the different music. There will be a photo mode and challenge mode. The second update will be something celebrating Sonic's birthday. That'll be in June. It'll also have more open zone challenges and Coco to collect. And the third and final update will have more playable characters and a new story expansion. They did not clarify what, but the roadmap depicts Tails, Amy, Knuckles, and Sage, so it may revolve around them. No further confirmation. I don't know if this is free or not.
That was my next question. Is it free? Because if it is, that sounds phenomenal.
Let me see here. I just want to see if there's anything.
What we got here is a failure to communicate.
Oh, all free, by the way. It is confirmed. All free. So that's,
you know what? That is fantastic. That's value.
That's fantastic. Yeah. I think, I don't know if it'll be enough for me to pick up the game, like to start playing the game again, but the new characters are awesome. Curious as to how they'll feel different from one another. But I think this is great. I think that this is awesome. And, to a perfect time for people even considering to buy this game around the saley season. I think it's good. Court, what do you think?
Honestly, the fact that it's free, I'm in, because it's a game my daughter enjoys. Like, this year has been such a different gaming experience for me. I started just saying, hey, I don't care if the game ain't fun, I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be playing it for like, oh, I want to be able to be in the conversation. I was like, I don't care. I've decided to just not care. I almost reinstalled MLB The Show today. I'm not going to kid you. It came pretty close. They have this new program out where they literally take every card that's been available for the year, and they're like, this is the Infinity program. It never ends. You can get everything. And I'm like, ooh, I go back?
Listen, you need to get a brace if you're going to be playing that game again. Okay.
I know. No, I don't. I'm not. I'm not going to install it. I've debated it. I'm like, no, I can't do this because I'm gonna be playing that Far Cry DLC. I'm like, nope, I am not. There's not going to happen. But when a developer does this and puts out a game where it got mixed reviews,
Mm-hmm.
and then they decide to follow it up with free DLC of a ton of content.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
A ton of content of a game that my daughter right now is enjoying and she's playing. It's just like Outright Games. They're making games that they're not for everybody. They're literally for kids.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not like the games that we grew up that got beat the living daylights out of us, like Aladdin and Lion King, that just were like, hey, remember that cool movie you really liked as a kid? Yeah, now play the game and cry.
Yep.
Because that's what it makes you do, and throw your controller. They keep giving free updates and free DLC for this stuff. And we're paying so much for video games nowadays. You know what? Throw us a freaking bone. Ubisoft has been doing this with Valhalla. That Valhalla DLC, it's free.
True.
Would developers give us free DLC like The Witcher when we got some free stuff? Like they'll still have the paid stuff, but if they're still giving us free content at the same time, they're rewarding us for paying for this game.
Well, that
and I think we need to start getting more rewards from developers and less gotcha mechanics and saying, here, I want more money from you.
And like the thing is, it also incentivizes you. Well, you'll feel better about your purchase knowing you have more content coming that won't cost you anymore. It also incentivizes you to pick the game back up, to say, hey, look, even a year out, there's this many people who are still playing Sonic Frontiers. People are still celebrating this game. Gives you more news beats when it comes out. Hey, now you can play as Tails. Now you can play as Knuckles. It's fantastic, and it rewards the players who were loyal and who picked it up and who wanted that experience. So I think this is awesome.
And you're going to get people to buy the game after the fact. Like, it also would even entice me to, like, for example, I'll use Assassin's Creed Valhalla. They give a ton of free content and over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
When the DLCs come out and they're like $25, I'm like, all right, I'm in. You keep feeding me content, so I'm coming back into the game. And there's a lot of games that have done it. Like, I think Witcher was pretty much the one that like started this trend where they were like, hey, we're going to have our paid DLC, but at the same time, we're going to give you a ton of free content. So if you don't want to get the DLC, that's fine, but it's going to go on sale at some point and you're probably going to buy it anyways. And I'm one of those people, when the PlayStation Store has it and they have the sale on expansion passes, I go through and I'm like, okay, which one am I going to buy? Because I'm going to buy it and I'm going to go back into the game and play it.
And that's what I mean. I think this is a great call. I'm excited for this. Again, who knows? Maybe I'll pick it back up if I see how Tails, Knuckles, and Amy run around. Maybe it'll be enough to pull me back in. But Court, let's end on a bit of a festive note. Let's talk about some of our biggest PlayStation holiday wishes. I'll start with you, and then I'll pepper in some comments from the community because we got a bunch. What is one of your PlayStation holiday wishes, Court?
Why did I turn on the YouTube to see it? I want Discord chat on my PlayStation. That's all I want. It's just a simple thing. I was watching Sean stream the other night. I was watching it at 5 o'clock in the morning on the replay, and I could see that he was no camera, but just playing the game. And I'm like, well, I could do that on my Xbox. And I'm like, what happens if I'm playing a game? Because I was talking to myself. I'm like, well, on lunch I can just play a game, but I don't have my consoles hooked up to my PC. So, this old man here, he can't get that done. So I would love Discord on my console. That's all I want.
And you know what? Over on Twitter, Pez at Pezel56X says the ability to use Discord on PlayStation like Xbox.
That's where the idea came from.
And Katniss Quinn also saying, preach Pez. That's right. We want the Discord. We know it's coming, but we just want it now. I'm also going to shout out Locklith in the chat. She asked for something very simple, world peace. Let's roll right along through that one. As for myself, I know we've talked about it, but even the Steam Deck, Court, has it now, believe it or not. There is a mod that you can add to your Steam Deck for quick resume.
Oh, that's my favorite thing in the whole wide world.
Quick resume.
You speak my language. Quick resume, the greatest thing ever invented. Because the PlayStation kind of has the start activity thing.
Yeah,
but I'm noticing on certain games, it doesn't work.
No, I just want to have, and like the thing is for me, like I just want to have the ability to quickly hop through these. I want to just be able to, like, it's so instantaneous on Xbox. It's just so nice. I want quick.
Hey, as someone that plays on two separate consoles and goes from up and down in his house, I was playing a game just recently that if I was playing upstairs and I save it and my save's in the cloud, right? But when I go down, nope, I've got to load it in first. I've got to go through a process. If I was on my Xbox, it's just there.
There you go.
It's just, you just I would start right. I wouldn't even have to go through a loading screen. It's just there.
There you go. I want to shout out Mike at BlazeKnight0923 on Twitter, who says, I just want to see a PS5 on a store shelf at some point. Not that I'm going to buy it if I do, but I've seen Switch, Series S, and even Series X on shelves pretty consistently now. It's time to see a PS5 in the wild. I know we're seeing them more of here in Canada, but I hope, Mike, wherever you are in this wide world of ours, that you find one soon too, because it is important. You know, it is important. I want to shout out Mr. Babbitt in the chat.
You were so serious about that. I was just
right?
Wow. Because I feel bad for him. I saw his comment and I was like, I see them everywhere now. Like I literally they're all over any. I was at the mall with my daughter getting Christmas gifts.
Yep.
GameStop had them.
There you go. There you go. Mike, I hope you find your GameStop that has them. I want to shout out Mr. Badbit in the chat that says, I want to give a huge shout out to Sean Capri for always being honorable when it comes to fantasy league. And even though things are not going well for us right now, thank you, Sean, for always being a good person. Cool. Thank you, Mr. Badbit. Moving on, let's get Mr. Tim Paulin in, who says he wants the Uncharted 5, the Victor G.D. Sullivan story. Do you want?
That would be awesome. Why wouldn't I want that? That would be great.
Right?
I would want more Uncharted. I just want more of anything in that world. I saw the Indiana Jones trailer today and I was just like, oh, warm hug. Nice.
I know, right? I have to watch it still. Can I talk? No, you know what?
It's okay. We can talk after.
No. I just court.
Yeah. I never got the hat. They don't have it anymore.
No, I know. I've never seen Indiana Jones.
Okay. You are seriously, you have issues. I just made you watch Wayne's World and I didn't know you hadn't watched Indiana Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, fix that.
Right?
Yes.
I will.
This is a oof.
You know what? I did watch the one with Shia LaBeouf. I heard that one's the best one.
Serenity now.
Court, do you have another PlayStation holiday wish?
No, yeah, I don't know, man. I enjoy the console. I think it's a good console. For me, even the things that I wish they would have, like Discord or Quick Resume, those are very small, minuscule things that are just making my life easier. It's not like making the console any better. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. I want just more special edition stuff. I think the God of War controller, I ended up canceling mine because I thought it was just okay. I just want them to put I want them to put more effort into stuff like that. Golden Gamer Graham at GTM 618 over on Twitter
themes.
says,
I want themes on my console.
Themes.
I want themes.
Yes, please, themes. Back. Yep. I want to do Infamous and SOCOM. Hell, throw in Sly Cooper for good measure.
Okay, you know what? He's a smart man.
He is a smart man.
Yeah,
he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
I just watched Game Ranks just did an awesome document. I guess whatever, a mini docu-series or whatever on Infamous, and I just so good. It's just anybody, if you love that game, go watch it. It's very good.
Yeah. I'm going to shout out Cola Break in the chat. Cola Break wants Rayman 4. Fair.
Rayman series for the last Rayman Legends. I love that game.
There you go. I've never been a big Rayman person, but I'm excited he's coming to the only game that matters, which is Mario Rabbids. So that's.
I love how your audio cut out there when you tried to say that. So that was perfect.
Let's bring in Josh O'Neill at RealDeal_J O'Neill. A new Infamous, SOCOM, or Lord of the Rings game like Return of the King from back in the day. Yes, Return of the King back in the day.
That was the EA one, right?
I think it was EA back in the day, but that game slapped. That game was a banger of a game,
3, right? I think it was PlayStation 3.
PS2, I think. Return of the King was PS2.
Return of the King.
Yeah.
Yeah, that and GameCube, right?
Yeah. I think I remember playing it back on the PS2. Real good. I'm just gonna shout out Mr. Badbit in the chat. Sorry, that isn't what I said. What I really said was that Sean is forever winning Fantasy Critic. I don't think I want to play anymore next year because I just can't deal with loss. I'm sorry, Mr. Badbit. I hope you feel better.
PlayStation 2, GameCube. Yes, you are correct.
There you go.
That is Aragon's right on the cover. That's a good game.
That's a good game. And we have one more from the community.
We should all watch Lord of the Rings. Please say you've at least watched the Lord of the Rings movies.
That's the one with the. Yes, I have. I've read them too, actually. And we have one more. Sumit Roy at Black Wyvier says, hope they announce a PS5 upgrade for Bloodborne. Bloodborne's overrated.
I have no opinion. The game beat the living daylights out of me. It just wasn't for me. But if people like it, the art direction looked beautiful in that game. I sucked at it. All right.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It wasn't for me.
That game was really tough. I know a lot of people really, really want that 60 frames per second patch. I hope it comes.
And they deserve it.
100%.
In a game like that, they deserve it.
100%.
A lot of people love that game. Give them what they want. That's another thing. Hey, you know what? That's what I want for the holidays. PlayStation. Just give people what they want.
Yep.
Like people hey, give me an Infamous game. They're like, nah. They're like, oh, give me this. Nah.
Nah.
No, just give them that.
Seriously.
Give them the Bloodborne. Give the people who want Bloodborne, give them that game. It'll sell. You've given us The Last of Us 3 separate times. You can give 60 frames per second on Bloodborne. They're not even asking for new graphics. No. They're just asking for 60 frames per second.
And you think with the power of the PlayStation 5, we would be able to do that. But Court, that brings us to the end of the show. Everyone,
This is the end.
This is the end. We are coming up on the final few weeks of the PlayStation Drive in 2022. So get stoked, get excited. We have some cool surprises in store for you. One of which, the next episode will be on Monday. Get hyped. We're going to be doing an episode on Monday and probably Mondays in perpetuity going forward. So get stoked in that. But we have a couple more cool surprises for you to come this year. Court, if people wanted to see and hear more from you, where could they do so?
You can find me on Twitter at Court Lalonde, or you can even find me on the Carpool Gaming at Carpool Gaming on Twitter as well and on all the socials.
There you go.
It's fine. That's where you can find me. And this weekend you can find me with some of the people in the community and the Tech with the Specs. We're going to be downtown and we're going to be having some libations, celebrating the holidays, wearing our Christmas sweaters.
Can you say that word on air?
Libations?
As for me, you can find me at burnout_mart or over at burnout brighter. So please come check out the podcast.
You do need to change your name. Honestly, we should just get a t-shirt with your face and say Mart because it worked.
It worked, dude.
It was my spelling error, but it was funny and it worked, and I just lived with it.
When Locklith retweeted it and doubled down on it, I literally messaged her saying that just made me laugh so very hard.
She messaged me in the Discord before.
She told me.
Did you mean to do that? And I was like, you know what? No, but I'm gonna go with it. And she just started laughing. I'm like, I'm gonna double down on it. Let's just go all the way with it.
And a quick request from the chat. Sean asks me to sing a Christmas carol. So this is Mart singing you out of the PlayStation Drive with one of the timeless and most classic Christmas carols. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get.
As always, we love to thank our Patreon supporters, and I want to start off with our ultimate producers, Robbie Bobby Miller, Tony Baker from Quest 4 Pixels. Please subscribe to youtube.com/Quest 4 Pixels today. Dallas Ford, co-host of The Blaine Game. Support Dallas on YouTube to get these guys to 100 subs. Emily O'Kelly, Trucker Sloth, Jonathan Brown. The new episode from PME is called Gems and is available on Spotify and Apple Music. Lee Navarro, the fearless leader of the Phoenix Overdrive Extra Life team. And honestly, Carpool Gaming's tech support. Links are all in the show notes. Please support these ultimate producers. Platinum producers, Marcus McCracken, RJ Kern and Skinny Matt. Gold members, Anna W., Cicely Caruso, Dallas Robbins, Daroesh, Foolish Fuji, Jose Jimenez, Marcus O'Neill, Nagachaka, and the Snack Network. Also, I want to thank our newest patrons, Sean Hennigan and Ryan Craig. Also, I want to thank Tim Paulin for upgrading to Gold member. Thank you very much.